Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Man Them United podcast meets the analysis at Anfield podcast, the Manchester United Liverpool show, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, aka Man of the People, aka the
Come on,
People's Prophet, and I'm
come on.
joined by my G. You already know, Saint LFC in the building. What are you telling me, Saint? You good?
Yeah, bro, I'm good. I'm good. I'm dying off people in it, but man, never miss an opportunity to hang out, pause with my brethren. Do you get it? So I'm here. If I'm killing my coughing and that, it's because, like I said, yeah, this cold is trying to put me in a chokehold. But I'm here. I'm there, dying off like my team. But we're there.
Yeah, it's
We
them ones. I was gonna
what's
say, is
it?
it Liverpool killing you off in it? That's what I was gonna say. Is it that football in the club currently, yo? That's
Brother, you know when you see something from before, you can adjust, you can deal with it. It's these
yeah. You
man
get
that don't
prepared.
know. Yeah, what's going on? Big kids. I'm good, bro. I'm good, brother. The Brighton game, I was in Barcelona, bro. Like my
Oh,
missus was like,
come.
oh. She was like, do you want to find somewhere to watch the game? What game? Nah, bro.
Okay. I'm trying to find some paella. Let's go.
Yo, let's go eat some paella and then go smoke some weed and chill out, bro. I looked at my phone, 3-0, oh well, ain't that a shame? Let's keep it moving. Oh, mate. You think, bro, that's real, bro.
I've
Real.
been there, fam. I've been there with United in the past. Last season, trust me, in it. Like, man, just not
Mad
even
thing.
caring about games. It really is. But big up to everyone
Do
that's locked in. Go on,
you
fam.
know what? Funnily enough,
Go on.
your game was the game that did it for me. And again, I went in this country. See, because at the beginning of the season, I already knew what time it was, yeah? I said, we are on a joke thing. But I'm like, you know what, yeah? We had you pretty early. We had you like the third
Yeah,
game
it
or
was early.
something.
Yeah, it was early because we had lost our
Man
opening
was,
too. Yeah,
man, yeah, I was just about to say, you'd been smoked
yeah.
at opening two. I'm thinking, yo, this one, we can definitely do it. And I'm thinking about last season. I'm thinking about how we touched. I'm saying, yeah. It's all love. I'm in Spain these times. So I'm gonna watch it in my room. I've got my top on and that. I've gone downstairs to get a little juice. I've seen that they've got a little like they've got it showing in the bar and that. I said, no, babes, you know what? Let's go down to enjoy with the gang and that, you know, like that. Looking at Man United fans, and you pussy. How could you even wear a shirt? Like, are you not embarrassed? Like, are you
You're
not
not embarrassed.
embarrassed? Like,
You're
what's
not
going on?
embarrassed.
He's sitting amongst us and that. Brother, we all know what happened, innit? And bro, the way I scurried out of that place, yeah, disgusted, bro. We're going dinner. I took off the top. I mean, you think I'm walking street with this bollocks
yeah,
on?
you can't.
Get it off, bro. I was bro. I said, after that, nope. I'm not involved, bro. I'm not emotionally involved.
Oh my god, yo, big up to Zayn with the super chat. He says the era of Liverpool is over and the rise of Arsenal continues. Come on, you gooners. I don't know if the rise of Arsenal continues, but where Arsenal are going to rise to is a whole different conversation. We'll get there. But yes, I agree with you, Zayn, for once. I'm in agreement. Yes, the era of Liverpool is over. I do agree with that. And long may it continue. You know what I'm saying? Like, long may it continue. I've never agreed with Zayn.
I'm in severe pain. I'm in severe pain.
So Zayn, I agree with you. Half. You know what I'm saying? For the first time. Big up for the super chat. Large up everyone that's locked in as well. See one here says Saint was actually right. You know, Salah got pocketed. We are both shit from. I'm sure we'll talk briefly about you know, the mid-classico, as people coined it at Anfield, Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. Why people thought that was going to be a good game, I don't know. I was doing a watch.
Bro, go and watch this. Bro, man was asked trying to do up.
Week.
Bro, he was trying to do up real journalistic. So, how do you think it's going to be? Like I said, brother, come out of here with this nonsense. It's going to be any dead game, bro. But don't you reckon, like, wow, I said this, bro. It's going to be dead.
Oh, it's gonna be so bad. It is. Ravi says a big up to Ravi. He says thanks, flawless and safe for unblocking me. Cheers. That's very kind of you guys. It's no qualms, man. No qualms, Ravi. And that's to anyone else who's watching
Keep
as
it
well.
peaceful now, you know.
Yeah.
Now you've been let back in. Keep it PG,
Exactly.
brother. Let's
keep it peaceful, Ravi. And that's everybody. I've unblocked. So to anyone who's watching this live right now, watching this back, everybody on the channel is unblocked. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? All of the inmates are out of the asylum, people. Everybody's got pardon. Everybody's got a clean slate. So everybody's back in the city now. You know what I'm saying? You're not locked up in Sarcasm City Jail. Everybody is now back in the city. Everybody. So yeah, big up to you, Ravi.
Klopp
big up,
should
Brush.
be locked up in that jail. Let you lot out. Made room for mine, man. Dad, you are answer for your crimes, you know.
We're gonna get into that. Like, share, subscribe, hashtag Glazers out. Yeah, Glazers out every single time, Brush. Big up to you, big up to Steve every single time as well. You know what I'm saying? Nah, forget all that. Big up Ryan who says big up.
Big up Ryan.
And big up to Ethan who says this show is hilarious. Yeah, the one last week, that's why I brought it back. We said fortnightly, but I was like, there's nothing on the Tuesday. I was like, let me shout Saint and see if Saint's about to run this back. Because this show last week had me, I was dying, yo. I was in tears. The entire
I'm glad someone enjoyed it. Pussies. I'm glad someone enjoyed it. Man's here, like, man's out here literally, bro. Man was giving him facts. I was saying facts, and he was dying. I wanted to cry, bro.
You know what hit me? It was you when you was talking about the recruitment and how good Liverpool's recruitment had been, which is 100% fact. And then you said, yo, the last day of the window, we signed Arthur. Like, that's what got me, yo. As good as your recruitment's been the entire time, you might get to the last window, last day of the window, and sign Arthur. And I never looked at it like that until you said it. If I would have noticed it at the time, I would have been running bands and running jokes. But yeah, people, keep all your questions Manchester United and Liverpool related as well. Of course, if you super chat, I'll get straight to your super chat as well. Don't forget, link is in the pinned comment for the description. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment. Make sure you check it out as well. And let's bump up the likes. We will be on like check.
Share this out.
Yeah,
people,
share this out. Share it out as well. Share it out across all
man,
socials. You can go to my socials, Saint socials as well. Saint's channel is already in the title as well, so you can subscribe over there. And we're at 10 likes. Let's bump that up. 20 likes, people. That is the next milestone. Like check 1212. Get us up to 20 likes. And we're at 4,918 subscribers. We're only looking for 2 new ones. Let's get us to 4,920. So then we'll be 80 short of 5k. Zane says, why did Casemiro chicken out of the Arsenal match? It was a poor. So you didn't chicken. Why? What do you think Casemiro's scared of? I'm saying, like, what do you think this is, Zane? Let's not talk about what happened to your DM.
I don't want none of it. Like,
yeah. Like Casemiro. Like Casemiro. Did you see what happened to your DM, Zane? Best DM in the league. Are we acted? He's still looking for Rashford now. You know what I'm saying? And that the game was on Sunday. It's Tuesday night. Are we just forgetting that? Because let that had been Casemiro that had happened to you, you would never hear the end of it. Best DM in the league, yeah? Getting dance past like that. And he gave the ball away. Like, yo, there's levels to this. You know what I'm saying?
That check step was nasty, bro. That check step was horrible.
Different.
It was more horrible because of the shot after it, but it was nasty in its own entirety. Like, there was no need for that.
Yeah,
bro.
it made it even worse. So yeah, Zane, obviously, we were at our worst. You know what I'm saying? Missing one of our best players, and you lot only won with the last kick of the game. You know what I'm saying? You only won with the last kick of the game. Deserve win. I'm not even gonna hate you, man. Deserve to win.
I will say both controllers, though, I feel personally were lacking. I feel like Eriksen's still chasing his shadows around.
Eriksen wasn't good. He wasn't.
Eriksen still running, trying to catch. Like, do you know what I mean? And Partey, obviously, who I thought would control it for them as well, wasn't great. But yeah, it was. We'll get into it anyways, isn't it? So
yeah, like that's that. We will get into all of that. Ravi says, flawless thoughts on the Vegas. Did you rate the signing for what we had? Yes, considering people saying we got no money. We're in January. We are not negotiating from a position of power. Yeah, we're not negotiating from a position of power. People are like, oh, Vegas this, Vegas that. Our backup striker is Anthony Alonso. So yes, give me Vegas. You know what I'm saying in that. So I have no issues with how he's played in the first 2 games. It's about service. Vegas is not going to pick up the ball, dribble past 3 man and put it top bins. That's not his game. He's a striker who solely relies on service. Therefore, it's on Bruno, it's on Rashford, it's on Anthony, it's on Eriksen to provide the service for him as a striker. He's 6'6". You know what he's good at. You know what he can and can't do. So I'm looking forward to see how he does in these cup games coming up as well. The 2 games against Forest and the game against Reading as well, because we all know Martial can't stay fit. All I need him to be is a facilitator for other players, and he did that in the first half against Arsenal to a good level, and same against Palace. And then we just stopped getting the ball into him. I don't criticize him for Manchester United being poor in those 2 games. I'm looking at the attackers around him. I'm looking at Rashford. I'm looking at Bruno. I'm looking at Anthony. I'm looking at Eriksen. It's on you, man. That's what it is, because our attackers, I've been saying this for the longest. Manchester United's attack is the worst part of our team. We are defensively strong. We weren't good against Arsenal, but just in general, we've been defensively solid. And that's what it is. But yeah, the Weghorst signing, smart business, is only a loan deal. And Weghorst can help us achieve the objectives, which is a trophy. He can help us win a Carabao Cup, a FA Cup, or a Europa League. We were never in no league title. Stated this for the longest. We were never in any league title race. We weren't good enough. Just look at the team. And now we've dropped points at Palace and Arsenal. All of a sudden, no one's talking about that no more. But fast forward to last week. Yeah, fast forward to last week when me and Saint was doing the show. The conversation was, yo, Flawless, why do you think we're not in a title race? Because I understand where we're at. Just look at the team. Ten Hag's working miracles. He's cooking up gourmet meals with ingredients that ain't his. But eventually it gets you. But I just love the progress that we're having. That's what I'm gassed about. And we're still on course. Go win these 3 cup games. Then we're into a Carabao Cup final and into the FA Cup 5th round. The FA Cup, City or Arsenal are going out. Spurs, you never know with them. Hopefully Preston knock them out. Saints mob have Brighton. We all seen what happened when they played Brighton last. So I'm hoping Brighton do the business again. So let's hope so. No, trust I don't, man. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully Welbeck's there and it flipped the ball over Gomez's head.
Pascal Gross was saucing, bro. He will, bruv, licking his lips at the prospects, bruv. So
yeah, I'm so glad that Bellingham is a red. And then Ryan says, "Oh shit, I didn't know I was unblocked." It's because you say stuff like this. When did Bellingham sign to Liverpool,
bro?
Like, what's going on?
You know what? These man, oh mate,
talk about it.
These man, yeah. I don't know why you do it to yourself. Like, you just set yourselves up for the biggest heartbreaks and all of that. Like, bro, we are not getting Bellingham. And the thing is as well, yeah, this is what pisses me off.
Go on, fam.
I'm actually upset, yeah, that you want Bellingham. Like, and I say that to say, knowing our club and our financial structure. So to have the financial structure that we have, for you to want Bellingham is literally saying that Bellingham is the one thing that can save our team, because you're not getting anything else. You know, like that. Should you bag Bellingham?
You sign Bellingham? Yeah.
You sign Bellingham? And listen, we'll talk about that in it. But should you sign Bellingham, you're not getting not a damn thing else. So what you're telling me is that Bellingham is the one thing that. But shut up, man. What's wrong with you? Like, bro, seriously, yeah, that don't make no sense. If you was a Man City and you was getting Bellingham and less,
there's more. It's Bellingham plus more.
Less, because Bellingham is the type of person that could. But him by himself in this,
it's not enough.
Are you serious?
With Fabinho and Henderson.
What are you talking about? Like, what's going on here? Like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. Number 2, in what stratosphere do you ever think that we're going to be in a position to pay man the wages that others are going to, like a Real and them thing there, and 130 mil, and you're talking about, just honestly, like, stop it, bro.
I get to that. Zane says United is a one-man team. I think he's saying you take out Rashford, you have no bite. We didn't have Jesus or Smith Rowe. One, Smith Rowe don't start for you lot. 2, we're not one.
You've been not had Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe don't start for you lot. Like, number 1, number 2. We're not a one-man team. We're an 11-man team. I've said this. We are first 11. Outside of our first 11, the drop-off from our first 11 to our bench is too big. Everybody has a drop-off. Unless you're Manchester City, who don't really have a drop-off because they have top-class players on their bench. Their bench is ridiculous. Whether that's Liverpool, whether you're Manchester United, whether you're Chelsea, Spurs, the drop-off is too big in regards to the drop-off is too big in regards from our first team to our bench. You should not be going from a Varane to a Lindelof. You should not be going to a Martinez to a Maguire. That's too big. Of course, you want your squad players ain't going to be world-class because otherwise they'd be playing elsewhere. But the gap has to be closer. That's what I would say. So yeah, are we a one-man team? Absolutely not.
Nah,
We're 11-man
I think
team.
you're doing a disservice to the rest of, like, do you know what I mean? De Gea's pulling out
De Gea,
Brody,
Casemiro, you know what I'm saying? In that. Varane,
Casemiro,
Martinez,
like, nah, there's too many in that. So that's
what we do. We need more, Zayn.
you need
Absolutely,
more
but again,
after that 11. I
yeah,
do get that.
we're 6-1. Like, there's still levels, there's still improvements I want us to make in our first team and our bench, but I like where we're going. The only player we really have to have off the bench currently is Garnacho, and he's a kid. Nobody was talking about him at the start of the season. I even heard of him. You know what I'm saying? Until he started playing, I hadn't heard of him. Nobody had mentioned him. No one was talking about, oh, this kid called Garnacho who's in come through Carrington, who's cold. No one did mention him, but I'm glad he's having an impact. But Zayn, again, love for the super chat as well. Don't worry, you lot. I'm gonna get to all of the comments as well. Big up to Stro every single time. He put man them in capital letters. Big up Stro. Go check out his new battle as well. It's on Premier Battles YouTube channel, I believe so. I don't think it's on the pay-per-view. I think it's out on the YouTube channel. Go check it out. I'm gonna do the same. Big up to Marcel as well. Big up Black Diamond, who said let out of context Sarcasm City out the jail. Everyone is out, man. Everyone's been unblocked. Everyone who's in there, absolutely everybody has been unblocked. Thanks, Saint got everybody. I was thinking about doing it and I decided to do it. So everybody's back in it. You know what I'm saying? Just no spamming in the chat, people. Big up to Eddie in the cut as well. Says real ones only hit the likes, people. Yeah, man. Bump up the likes. Bump up the likes, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, one shot of 20, get up to 20 likes, people. So big up everyone that is locked in. Let's see what's going on. Saka is now on the same level as Mbappe, now best player in Europe. Who's better than Saka? Saka is not on the same level as Mbappe. He's in great form. Yeah, go on, say it. Go on.
You made me want to just pull it back. Because I'm the guy that literally I was saying, because I'd said beforehand, right, that Arsenal people needed to. I'm from GP in it. I'm from Northwest London in it. Like, do you know what I mean? So Arsenal's in my like. Do you know what I mean? If I wasn't a Liverpool fan, I'd be an Arsenal fan in it. Do you know them ones?
If you were number 1 up, you'd be number 2 up. Yeah, I get you. We were destined to be ups, but go on.
Like I was destined to be ups, 100%. Bro. It was in my blood.
Number 1 and number 2, yo.
Yeah, it was. That's just what it was in it. So like, I do know them a bit more. I seem like a sympathizer. Do you know what I mean? It's just because I live in Northwest London and it's there, innit? Get it? Like I've always just had so many Arsenal fans. So like I've always said, like, listen, you man are too harsh on Arteta and Arsenal because the fight that they were fighting, they didn't really even have no world-class players, not even arguably world-class players. They were going up against even Tottenham, Son, Kane. Do you know what I mean? And like they didn't. Now I just said, listen, I think I might be in the position to be like, yo, Saka might be in that world class, and not just because of Arsenal, but the maturity and the game, the level, the intelligence I saw in the World Cup. I said, okay, this guy is like, do you get it? Like that's it's consistency, it's levels, and I'm like, yo, this kid has got it. That second half sure looks like he was in hell, bro. Like, you know, like you're looking at on a man's face and he's like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
it was the Adrian Broner meme minute. Yeah. I'm getting cooked.
You got man in it. Like he's on stuff, but that is too much, bro. Like that's wild. But no, I love for the super chat.
Yeah, love for the super chat again, Zane. Big on my G Lewis as well, man, who's just not only raided the channel. Salute to that. He just hit 30K as well. So everyone congratulate him, man. Everybody congratulate Lewis, 30K and that. You know what I'm saying? Thoroughly deserved, man. Thoroughly deserved. You know what I'm saying? Roll to 40K now for Lewis, and big up Lewis again for the raid as well. Make sure you hit the like button as soon as you land here, though, people. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Keep all your questions Manchester United and Liverpool related. Of course, if you super chat, that's why we're here talking about Arsenal. Other than that, it's all Manchester United related and Liverpool related, innit? So yeah, keep all the questions in as well. Ryan says, Nick, you're forgetting that we might get Qatari owners. If that happens, which I think it will, we're able to get Bellingham and more players. He then goes on to say, we'll get Qatari owners. Have a great summer transfer window and win the league next season.
It never rains in this guy's head, is it? It's just all fluffy pillows and like sunshine and candy floss and like, do you know what I mean? Like, brother, I don't know what you want me to say, innit? Like, there's so many ifs and buts and ifs and we might, and then we might, and yeah, bro, we might, innit? So I can't go against that, innit? But in real fucking life, yeah, brother, like I said to you, innit? Let's see about this. It's all kind of cooled off a little bit, innit? Like, there's not really a lot of speculation about the takeover and that, innit?
Facts.
It's all a bit, like, yo, these man did a 360 on our club. Like I said, I pointed this out last stream. I'm not going to go over it. But our club is now pretty rotten. And these are the man that you put all that faith in to negotiate a good... I don't know, bro. Like, I don't have a lot of faith in anyone in our organisation. So, yeah, man. What would you want me to say?
Yo, I love that. It never rains in this. It never rains, yo.
It never, you know what I mean? Don't it? It's just always rainbows every day.
Blue skies, yo, innit?
Fam, fairies and everything. He just painted such an idyllic picture. What? Who?
You spitting, yo, it does. Never rains in the sky's head, yo. Well, then the occasional time it does rain, it's the end of the world, yo, innit? End it all, yo. It's the end of the world.
Oh my god. Like,
the grey, yo. Torrential, we can't recover from this, yo. It really is. It is. Oh, yeah. Big up Lewis says, love for the guys. Love for the love, my guys. Appreciate you all. Hey, big up every single time.
Love and just hard work, my G.
Yeah, man. Continue to do your thing, Lewis, man. Continue shining. And back to Zane's super chat about when he mentioned Saka as well. Like I say, is Saka in fantastic form right now? Yes, people. But to call him world class, I need to see more. Yo, this is me personally. If I'm calling you world class, you need to be consistently high for 2 seasons. Don't give me 1 season. He's only been this Saka this season. Let's not act like he's been Saka like this the entire half of last season. Let's not do that.
Yeah, but what I will say for Saka is, was he putting up numbers? No. Last season. Was he influencing games? Yes.
Yeah, he's influencing games because he's a good player. But like I said, the difference.
But I do agree. And I need one more. But I'm literally, I'm basically on the verge of saying, yeah, like, you can show me. I'll give him another. Yeah, I'll give him another. Me personally, I give him another half the season.
Yeah,
he's on the same smoke. Bam! I say, yeah, brother. You're there in it, and now they move into a next category where I'm like, right, these men are actually starting to actually produce some world-class players now, because before they didn't. Let's be honest.
Yeah, like, to me, it gets to that level where it's like no one can say Saka was performing well last season. I've always been a fan of Saka. I've always thought he's a talented player, a very good player. Let's not act like the Saka we are seeing this season isn't an improvement from the Saka we seen last season. It's not the same thing. Now, if he continues at this rate and next season he continues on this trajectory, then it is Mbappe. Like, come on, this is someone who's been at that level literally since he burst on the scene. Mbappe been influencing big games, going toe-to, like, let's not do that. Like, not just the international, we're talking.
Let's not do that.
Saka even touched champs yet. I'm not saying, yeah, he's welcome. Let him go and do something in Champions League first and foremost. I'm not saying he can't. You got to get in the club. You know what I'm saying? Go, because it's different. You know what I'm saying? Go and influence and go in the Champions League and that. You know what I'm saying? We literally just saw, you know what I'm saying, and that saw him cook on the world's biggest stage with Mbappe. We just seen what he did in a team that's not that good. So to compare him to Mbappe is crazy. Crazy. It is. But yeah, people, obviously, this show's always nuts. How many likes? We're on about 40 likes. Let's get up to 50 likes, people. Like, check 1 2 1 2. Let's get us up to 50 likes. You can see Liverpool and United, what position should they strengthen this window? So we'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll go from a realistic standpoint. What do you look at and you think this window is critical for Liverpool, as unlikely as it is for my club or your club to make signings? What are you saying, Saint?
What we saying? What in this window?
This window, yeah, this window. And then to add on to that, we'll go summer. But for now, we'll start 2-part question. The first part of the question is this window. What do you look at?
Well, I mean, I hate to be boring, but we're a donut, rude boy. Do you know, like that? We're a baby. So where else do you look at, rude boy? Do you get me? It's right there in front of you. Like, so you're gonna have to sort out that middle. But you said kind of realistically. I honestly don't think that there's any new additions this window, which is criminal. But I honestly don't think there's any new additions this window. But keeping that aside, yeah, man, we need. I like Bertic, but he is not someone we should have been what's it called? Streamlining Bertic in a long time ago. We're now doing that this season, so you can't put the onus on him. So he's someone that. So with that said, we need a new DM, or not a new DM, but we need a DM who's competent enough to be able to hold the what's it called, the reins. We need a centre mid. We need an actual box to box, because Thiago should be at the back controlling, and we should have someone who's able to break lines. What Keita was supposed to be, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Who can drag the ball, can have a shot, who's in the next a box to box. That's what, you know what I mean? Like, that's what they want Bellingham for. We need someone who maybe can do that. To be honest with you, I think we have been needed a right wing. Been needed a right wing, bro.
What, to back up Salah?
Yeah, to give us something else, like, you know, they want it, like something different. Like, it was funny because I was like, yo, would have loved Anthony, man. He gives us something different. Yeah, maybe not so much. Like, get me, you might keep him in that, especially for that. But like, something, we do need something, because it's he's dying out there, especially the way that they've got us playing. He's dying out there. Yeah, I'd probably say that's what I would go for. CM, box to box, DM, and a right wing.
First. All right, that's first. Don't worry, people. You lot continue to get your questions, and I'm gonna get my thoughts on United as well. And Ryan says they're in talks. They want to buy us. FSG want to sell. FSG just being difficult because they want the full valuation of the club. It will happen. Be positive, and when it happens, we'll be back in.
Okay. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Okay, so they're in talks. They want to buy us. FSG want to sell. Okay. Apparently so. I haven't really seen anything of the contrary to say that actually, yeah, these lot are really. I think I read somewhere actually that they were now looking to see the what's it called, getting the shares or something like that, so they'll still have ownership and all of that. I don't know, bro. Like, if we get Qatari owners, then chat to me. We can talk about this, that, and the third, innit? But until that happens, I don't really know. Do you know, like that, Ryan? Like, it is what it is.
Yo, this guy's got, sorry about that. Yo, my connection was moving dodgy, so I jumped out and jumped back in, and that's all. Hopefully, it should be live now. You lot continue to pump up the likes as well. Eric 10 out of 10 Hag says, why can't United spend 10 million on Thuram? I don't really want Thuram. That's why.
He's needy.
That's why. I don't think I've only seen him in the World Cup, but from his profile, he's not something I go out and go, yeah, let me go get Lillian Thuram. I mean, not Lillian Thuram, that's his pops. Go and get this Thuram. Like, no.
You wish Lillian Thuram.
Oh, I wish, yo, give me a Lillian Thuram. Yes, 100%, yo, give me Lillian Thuram, yo.
10 mil,
yo. 10 mil, yo. That's a steal of a century for Lillian Thuram, yo. Lillian Thuram, 100%.
Yeah, keep your seat, though.
Yeah, man, flawless opinion. This guy's out of water, yo. This guy's out of water. I said, keep your seat. You say I heard his brother's better as well. I heard the younger brother's better, but like I said, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, there's another one. Yeah. I heard his brother's
not bad. He's just needy, and I just don't think he's suited for the Premier League, man. I think he'll swallow him up, man. You know?
I'm not with that. Flawless opinion on United getting a young backup goalkeeper for the future. It's not the most important position to strengthen, but De Gea only has a few years. Should United get a solid goalkeeper for the future? Yes, I would like to see us get a backup goalkeeper, 100%. And I've spoken in depth about this. As much as I like De Gea, and he's been a great servant to the club, eventually, I think if United want to move up levels, he'll get moved on, because he doesn't do the modern day goalkeeping things you want to do. Someone put up I was doing Man United earlier, just a Man United show, and someone mentioned that he's 21st on the list when it's keeper coming for crosses. Like, that's not good enough. Like, you got to come and collect crosses. You do. Sweeping off the line, playing out from the back. He's improved those things this season, yes. But I still think there's goalkeepers you can go and get who are at that level. And even if they're not as good a shot stopper as him, if you want to become a possession-based team, then your goalkeeper has to be better than De Gea is playing out from the back. But I'm not saying sell De Gea immediately. But it's definitely a position I'm looking at and going, I believe he'll improve on that. Because we've seen the deficiencies in his game against Arsenal. Yeah, go on. Go on, fam.
Is his contract coming up?
I think so. Because there was talks of him.
I was just about to say, I think I've heard that his contract might be coming up. What happens there? What do you do?
Well, that's because on Ten Hag and the people to do the thing, because to do the business, because they were talking that
he's on a monster.
There was reports came out stating that he would be willing to drop his wages, because apparently United, again, this is all rumors and speculation, we're introducing a salary cap, which I'm all for, because I've said this: if De Gea leaves, he doesn't get that money anywhere else. Let's say he's on 300k a week. If De Gea leaves, goalkeepers, like, how many top European clubs need a goalkeeper right now? There's very few. I'm saying Liverpool don't need a goalkeeper. City don't need a goalkeeper. Chelsea will need a goalkeeper. Arsenal don't need a goalkeeper. Spurs, you could argue, don't need. They'll need a goalkeeper.
They need a goalkeeper.
Yeah, they need a goalkeeper. So we're talking Spurs, Chelsea. Outside of that, who else? You know what I'm saying? Like, Real Madrid have Courtois. Barcelona, if he wanted to go there, then maybe. Bayern Munich still have Neuer, maybe there, but are they going to go in? I don't see them teams there going in for a David De Gea. I don't. I think they look for a more modern day goalkeeper. So I've said this. But it'll be interesting to see what they do. If he does reduce his wages, I'm not against him staying. I'm not against it. In Ten Hag, I trust. But I think eventually we have to move him on.
And if he isn't, then what would you say, move him on?
I would say, yeah, I'd move him on. 100 for that wage. How are you the most expensive, being paid the most? And
that wage is outrageous, bro.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
Like, that's what it is. Because Eric Ten Hag said salary cap, Rashford new contract, never going to happen. That's why I said speculation came out stating that Manchester United were introducing a salary cap. There's been no further reports, but we're just talking hypothetically and talking on the reports. You lot know me. I never state certain a fact, but I don't know if it's true. I hope it's true. We should be salary capping. It should be, I think it was 200k they said, that's the salary cap. And then incentive. You know what I'm saying? Performance. How about you, man, go perform?
All of these things that you're saying are all Liverpool-esque, all of when our club was the club that rivals. Everyone was like, oh mate, they run so well, like, you know, like that. That's the things in which you're saying now is like, yeah, when we the ones that were doing this and did it. Do you know what I mean? Well, and yeah.
No, it's right.
Big up Ram.
Big up to Ram, man. Every single time. So, Saint, thoughts on Kelleher possibly leaving? I personally don't mind it because I have a lot of faith in Harvey Davies being a solid goalkeeper. For me, 25 to 30 mil.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, it's one of them ones where I generally have said, like, Klopp's been too much of a good person. Do you know what I mean? And he will listen to everyone and, oh, you want to go? And be like, yeah, go. Do you know them ones there? Like, and I'm been like, nah, brother, like, you need to be a little bit more ruthless. Especially, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be more ruthless, especially for certain things. I say that, but in this case, this is the one case in which I really don't have a problem with it, because I actually do feel like it's like the number one is Alisson, bro. Like, and Ram, Alisson. I'm not gonna. You will just start whacking one out. Do you know what I mean? We both know. Pause. We both know about Alisson, bro. Like, no, Ram is, bro. Ram and Alisson, brother. Listen,
that's his guy, isn't it? Yeah,
brother. So I'm not gonna spend time talking, but like I said, it's Alisson, isn't it? So it's like, and Kelleher is just too good to be. I feel like, yeah, go and do your thing, and the P's in which we're getting, like you said, would be good. Like, I don't think. I think in what people have seen from Kelleher, it would. I'd like to throw it to a rival, see what man said, but from his antics against Chelsea and the cup and certain other things, I don't think if you heard a young Villa have got flipping Martinez in it, or I'm thinking like just a middle. Do you know what I mean? Like someone got for a little 30 million. Would that be surprising? Would you think, right? Like as a rival?
I think people like you don't take the gamble, because the thing is with number two goalkeepers, they're easy to buy and they're easy to sell. Because if you're that good of a goalkeeper, you're probably going to be playing. You're going to be number one somewhere. So it depends. Do you want to be number two at Liverpool, for example, or do you want to go and be a number one at Aston Villa, at Leicester, etc., etc. So what I've seen from Kelleher, there's not been anything I've looked at and went, that's terrible. I've just not watched him enough because, like you said, you lot have Alisson. He ain't playing like that. So I really don't know. But from what I'm seeing, he looks like I've not heard you lot complain about him. So he seems like he's solid backup, which is always a good start for a number 2. Is you don't hear much about him when he goes in, when he plays, he does his job. Like, and that's what you want. So if someone decided to go and get Kelleher, it would make sense. Because finding goalkeepers is tough.
It's tough.
Finding goalkeepers.
And you know what? You said that would be perfect. Leicester.
A Leicester or something like that.
He's definitely better than Danny Ward, bro. Like, and he's an ex-Liverpool guy. Trust me. Like, he move him out. Like, bro, I'm telling you, he's levels. Like, he's good. Personally, Harvey Davis, I'm not so convinced, but I like that Peteluga you as well. The other goalkeeper that we got.
You got another goalkeeper? Okay.
Yeah. So we're all right. We're all right.
Yeah, man. You lot are doing the business, man. You lot are doing the business.
In that department, I can't moan about no goalkeepers. To be very honest with you, I think we're all right. So other than Adrian's still on the paycheck, and I don't know what he's doing there.
Is he still there?
Yeah, brother, he's still there, bro.
Bah. I did not know Adrian was there. I always remember him against I feel like Madrid. You know what I'm saying? That's how I always remember with Adrian when Marat scored.
we would have won that, but we done all the hard work and he just done mad. Bro, I still think we would have won that Champions League if we won that game. Oh, bro, don't do that. Don't do that. I thought that was a scab, but it's not. It's still fresh. Don't do that.
Oh, it's crazy. De Gea, thanks for saving United over the years with top performances. Hate to say it, but for United to progress, new goalkeeper needed. Says Paul. Nah, I hear that. You know what I'm saying? I see both sides with the De Gea situation. But in terms of the January window, this window, what would I look at? Definitely another striker, because I don't want to go the whole rest of the season with just Weghorst, and that's not a shot at Weghorst. I just don't want to run him into the ground. So something else to give us something different. Definitely a midfielder as well, whether that's a Casemiro type or an Eriksen type. And they don't even have to be great. They just have to be better than the backup we have in Fred and McTominay. That's how I'm looking at it. They got to bridge that gap. Give Eriksen a rested. Like, if Casemiro's out, we're not like, oh my God, Casemiro's out. Like, yes, Casemiro's a miss. Same with Eriksen. Like, when I keep banging on about this, people criticize Eriksen and they go over the top. When he does not play well, you see how bad we are, because he's the only midfielder who does what he does. And when I say this, people, I'm talking about keeping the ball ticking. It doesn't look flashy. There's no stat for it. But when he's not there or he doesn't play well, you see it. We can't keep the ball. All of our better performances have come when Eriksen is playing on top. Casemiro's key as well. And so is Eriksen, because McTominay can't do it to a level. Fred can't. Casemiro's good, but Casemiro's not Eriksen in terms of on the ball.
But this is why I want to see, and I think I will see it, and it's why I'm a bit pissed as well. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm fuming, bro, because it looks like Ten Hag is the type of manager who will solve this problem, and I want to see that. Like, Eriksen is crucial in you keeping the ball and ticking it over, without a doubt. But he is not the counter presser. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he's got to go and press and get but McTominay will give you that. Do you know what I mean? And like, it's having these pieces and knowing when to use them for the opposition in which you're facing. Do you know that one's there, and 100%. Knowing that, you know what? In actual fact, the type of game in which we're going to play against these lot, I'm going to play a McTominay because he can, do you know them ones there? And once we get a foothold in the game, then I can have Eriksen, because otherwise I'm going to just have him chasing shadows. Shit like that, do you know what I mean? As opposed to every game, Eriksen, Casemiro, you know them ones there? Whoa! Yes,
and the reason why it has to be that is because our backup's not good enough. Like I say, if you play Eriksen in a possession-based team, you're not worried about him defending. And what he doesn't offer you defensively, because he's defensively not the best, he gives you so much on the ball. So when people are like, oh, he shouldn't play in big games, I'm like, play who? Somebody give me an alternative, because we can't go out there with 10 men. So people really telling me against Arsenal, if we start with McTominay and Fred, that game doesn't go the way it goes. It goes worse. We give them the ball back even more. At least Eriksen can try and get the ball. And that's every game, fam. Like, when people are like, oh, we shouldn't have went to City and played Eriksen. All right, who are you playing in the midfield then? You're going with McTominay and Fred again, because obviously Casemiro wasn't playing at that point. So it's kind of like, who do you, like, people give me I always say this. All right, you say that's a problem, give me the alternative, because against that same Arsenal side, Eriksen was key on us getting the victory. Them 2 passes he played into Bruno for our first 2 goals. He's the only player we have who plays those 2 passes.
If you now have Casemiro and McTominay in, say, a certain, well, you should be calm, because that should allow Eriksen to have the time and space to do whatever the hell he wants to do.
And it worked against City. It worked against City because we had Casemiro, Fred, and Eriksen. Yes,
it's who you pair them with. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's about that. If you don't have Casemiro in there and you're playing Eriksen, and you got to, do you know what I mean? You got to try and change it. But yeah, you listen. You have the pieces. It's just how, like I said, you finesse it and you make it work. And unfortunately, I feel like Erik ten Hag is a type of manager who will be able to solve that problem.
Yeah, he'll solve that. He'll be fully aware, because I was happy.
No, just as opposed to my man who's just, get it, like, who rinse and repeat, and it works for, but it has its limitations. So
eventually it stops. Yeah, and that's all I was gonna say is, yeah, like, I trust him, and I trust Ten Hag to do the business, and this is why I keep saying we need more in that midfield area. We're still short. United is still short in every area in the pitch, whether that's fullbacks, whether that's centre backs, whether that's 6s, 8s, 10s, out wide. Out wide is probably the only place I look at and go, yeah, we're all right in striking. So we're short everywhere in terms of quality and quantity. And this is why I keep saying we ain't winning no title race. But if we go and have another great summer and reports are coming out, Maguire wants to leave, McTominay wants to leave, I'm like, okay, all the players we want to see leave who are not good enough, there's noise. There's never been rumors ever about Maguire leaving up until this point. Never news about McTominay wanting to leave up until this point. I like that. I'm saying, because then that means we go and sign another centre back. That makes the centre back.
Why is there no rumors that Henderson wants to leave, man? What's going on?
Because you want to do the work rate thing. Oh yeah. That being said, that's a great segue. Speaking of English midfielders that may be applying their trade and playing in front of the Cop End at Anfield next season, Mason Mount, saying, what are you telling me? You lot have been linked with him heavily. Do you want to see Mason Mount?
Don't take the piss out of me. I'm just asking. Like, man's got, like, brother, you're up. You're up. All right? You're finally up. You ain't got to do this, bro. You ain't got to kick me when I'm down, B. Like, brother. Fam. What do you want me to tell you?
I'm just asking. You've been linked with him heavily in it, so I'm like, all right, that's the lovely segue in the English show. Mason Mount.
Yeah. Mad excited. Like, you know what I mean? Like, feel like exactly what we need.
Could he rediscover what he?
Don't take the piss out of me, bro. Like, come on, man. Man ain't out here at all 12 o'clock at night to be the butt of your jokes, bro. Like, you know, like that.
But yo, one thing he does do, he suits Klopp's system in terms of being a hard-working midfielder. 2, if he could rediscover that form he had under Tuchel, you know what I'm saying? Is that a problem? Why is that a problem?
Let's not even go into the second. Oh, that's my dog. I was thinking, who is?
You're thinking someone in the yard.
Who's banging on my It's my dog, man. If I let him in here, he'll be do up Tasmanian devil.
Yeah. Go on.
That's the problem. The fact that
we've got.
Thank you. This is the type of player that you got. This is the player of all of the midfielders that you could go. All of the midfielders, you know, you go and because he fits the system. Nah, bro, that's exactly what. That's the problem.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He fits the system. We've seen a world-class manager in Tuchel get the most out of him during their Champions League.
Thiago Alcantara never come here to be playing next to Henderson and Mount. Rude boy. Don't piss me off. What's wrong with you?
Jordan and Mason, man, that could run still. I was saying that in a bit.
That's just different shades of mayonnaise, bro. That's just, you know, like that. That's just, that's mayonnaise and light mayonnaise. That's what it is, bro. Like, some Hellman's thing, bro. Like, allow me.
Hella Hellman's, yo. That's what it is, yo.
Bro. That's literally what it is, bro.
Oh my God, that is. Whew. All right, big up to KLFC, who says here, hey, says question, before we get into that, is that the Bajan flag? Love that, man. Big on my Bajans in the cut. Love that. Question for Saint, would he cash in on Salah this summer? That's a good question. Would you cash in on Salah this summer?
Yes, I would. I would have cashed in on Salah last summer. That's when I would have cashed in on Salah. And I said it, and I was saying it, and people... Yeah, that's when I would have done it in it, because like I said, in the model that we've got, he is our only asset that we can get any type of, do you know what I mean, like
money for, and then move,
and type of like, and like I said, it's not really like we should be using Salah completely different, and we're not. Cool, you want to use him this way and it's not working, man, don't beat his man. Do you understand, man? Don't take on his man. Bruv, it's long. Salah should be playing, he should be trying to bear down the golden boot. Do you know what I'm saying? Not trying to do up
touchline winger.
Yeah, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Not trying to do up chalk on man's boots and that. So personally, yes, I would 100% get. The only thing is, the only thing which is mad. Like I said, and I said this to Flawless as well, which is crazy that I'm even in this position, because this would always be the position. This would always be where I'd be like, I got super faith. Are you dumb? I am now in a position where we get rid of Salah. I don't trust these man on who we're gonna spend the P on, bro. Like, you know, that what's there.
Yeah, I hear
like, I don't know who we're gonna go and. Well, I don't know, bruv. Like, and that's crazy, because of all the things that I would have said, I always would have been like, yo, again, like I told you before, recruitment, don't piss me off, man. We're going to get boom.
And go and sort it out and do the business. Yeah. I hear you, man. I hear you. I'm saying, but big up to Kate for that question as well. Continue to get your questions in. Just keep them Manchester United and Liverpool related. Manchester United and Liverpool related. We're at 53 likes as well. Like check 1212. Get us up to 60 likes, people. Get us up to 60 likes. We have hit 4,930 subs. So big up to you lot. Let's go for 935. We're looking for 5 more subs.
I'm saying
five more subs, people. You know what I'm saying? We're now 70 away from 5K. We want to be at 65 shortly. So 5 more subs. To Anthony, who says, why was Hassam in his feelings? It's Battle of the North, isn't it? Me and Hassam always argue on that. Like, that's what it is. It's because Liverpool are bad, and I'm not a Manchester United fan who says outlandish stuff, so we can't pin none of it on me. And then when we lose, I'm never acting like it's the end of the world, because it's not. But that's what Hassam wants. Oh, why don't you criticize him? Because we lost one game with the last kick of the game. And then the same with Elise dropping points. My objectives and thoughts on this season still remain the same. Go and win a trophy. Everything else has been hit. Ten Hag is way ahead of schedule. People don't like it, man. When you're confident in your team, Anton, people are like Hassam and others. People don't like it.
Next question, man.
See, man don't like it. Man don't like it.
Just chit chat, man. Well, it's so hard to sit here and these man are doing up like, oh, bro, man.
See, prime example. That's why, innit? And Satan's not like Hassam will go on the attack with it all the time, innit? I'm just like, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like what my team's going, and that really annoys people when I'm like, yo, I like how United are moving. I'm saying,
I like Flawless before. They got everyone that knew Flawless. Like, you know, like Flawless just wasn't on no smoke before. You know, like he went on it at all. I love that Flawless. Hey, Flawless, what are you saying about United? Oh, we're dead, bro. Like,
yo, we're dead, innit? You know, like, what can I say?
Like, talk to me after these, man. I'm not even watching the game. Like, these, bro, that Flawless, bro, this Flawless, he's like all 7 foot tall now, and that chest all 45 inches, and I don't like this guy, bro. Don't like this guy.
Okay, says, where do you think both teams will finish this season? That's a good question. I'll let you answer that first. Liverpool and Manchester United, saying you can answer that first.
4th and 7th.
Okay, first. I'm saying Liverpool 4th, United 7th, yeah?
I don't even have it in me. You know, like that. I just don't even have it in me. I tried to form the words, and it just went straight back in my mouth. I don't you dare, bro. You wish you could be. You wish. Nah, we're nowhere near that now, bro.
For Manchester United, I think we'll finish. It's between 3rd and 4th, probably 3rd. I think we'll finish 3rd. I believe so. But if not 3rd, 4th, but I'll go on a limb and say right now, 3rd. That's what I would say. As for Liverpool, as much as I would love to see you lot like finish like 8th, 9th where you're at now, I can see you lot. I don't really rate the teams too highly in front of you lot. Your Fulhams, Brightons, Brentfords. Who else is in front of you lot? You know what I'm saying?
Fulham plays better
Brentford,
football than us.
Brighton. Yeah, they do.
Better football than us.
But Spurs don't.
Spurs don't. But
Spurs are awful.
Spurs don't. But they've got a better manager than us in terms of like for that. Do you know what I mean? Like they'll grind out the win, the ugly, do it anyway. But they'll do it. They'll do it. They don't play better football than us, but they'll still do it. In it, like
I reckon Liverpool. I think 7th is a great shout, and I'd love to see them in the Conference League. So I'm hoping they finish 7th. That'd be great. Yeah. Like Liverpool, or if they finish like 8th, like 9th, 10th, but yeah, I see 7th.
Hey, Ryan, if we finish 7th, yeah.
Conference League, man. Let's go.
You reckon Bellingham's playing Conference League? Yeah, we're paying 130 mil for Bellingham to play the Conference League. Don't kill me, bro. Jeez.
Conference League settings. What individual players had the best performances in the Manchester United, Liverpool derbies over the years or recently? Berbatov, Gerrard, Mata come to mind. Obviously, the Mata one comes to mind when he turned Anfield into Wanfield. The Berbatov one you mentioned as well, Paul. Torres, yeah. Torres is definitely up there.
Vidic don't even say his name like that. Vidic.
Yeah, Gerrard, yeah, like man mentioned. I'm trying to think other ones. John O'Shea, just for scoring that winner away.
Rooney.
Which one?
Oh no, that was City, innit? The overhead.
You talking about the overhead was City. Yeah, the overhead was City. Yeah. Trying to remember, trying to think. More so, what it is, Paul. I don't remember individual performances. I just remember victories. Like I could probably list you all the victories, especially at Anfield. I just run through the matches. Like I remember Tevez scoring a late winner there, John O'Shea scoring a late winner there, Forlan scoring 2 goals there. But like Sir Alex Ferguson said,
I don't think any bigger ones than Gerrard and Torres for me.
Yeah, and he said Berbatov and Mata, and they probably stick out for me because it's more so the victory. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. It's more so I just count wins there. And when I remember when Sir Alex Ferguson said that game became too big to lose. So there's just hella draws. You know what I'm saying? And especially at Anfield, like during his reign. And then obviously as we fell off and they get better, they were picking up more victories. And obviously we play each other the 4th of March. So that's coming up. That's around the corner. I'm saying at your place. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be interested to see how Ten Hag sets up and see how he does. Let's see what else is going on. But yeah, Ryan, man, do you think Bellingham... Actually, that's a good question. Ryan, do you think Bellingham would play Conference League? Do you think it's just done deal regardless? I genuinely want to know what he has to say. Genuinely. See, and Brush said, and when I win the lottery, I'll wife Beyonce, bro. That's what Brush said.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's crazy because I've been smoking. You know, all right. Suarez in 2011. Yeah, Suarez. the Megs.
See, I forgot about the Liverpool stuff. I forget about all your wins in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, see all that. Sure. Yeah, of course, man. You know what I'm saying? I hate losing. Like, as much as I stick on Arsenal people, Liverpool are always number one up. They have been, ever been. Even though Arsenal were like the team you were like United were competing with as I was growing up. It's Liverpool. Like, it is. Like, that's the first fixture I look for away at Anfield. It's the first fixture I look for when the fixtures are. Then it's your Emirates and Cities and Leeds. Now they've come back into the mix and all that. Rugen says, flawless is a good signing for the summer United. Ramos, the Benfica striker. He's a very good player. I don't know how much he would cost, but would be a good signing for the right price for it. I presume you're talking about the Ramos who was at the World Cup, who scored the hat-trick in the game against Switzerland. The only time I've seen him play is those 2 matches, the Switzerland game and the one after. So, but profile-wise, he doesn't move me in terms of I don't look at Ramos and go sign him for the profile. But if Ten Hag was like, yo, I want Ramos, I'd be like, all right, cool, but he'd probably cost a lot. Benfica don't sell cheap. We know that. I'm saying, them Portuguese sides, like, that's their model. Find diamonds in the rough, make them stars, and then top European clubs come in for them. I'm saying, wait, ain't Nunes from Benfica, right?
Yep.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? And look how much Nunes costs. And I'm sure there's more jazzes in the chat. There's a list of Benfica players who've been sold over the past 3-4 years who have gone for big money, whether they've worked out or not. Like, that's the model of whether it's Benfica, whether it's a Porto, whether it's a Sporting, etc. Yeah, man, Jess said it there. They sold Noodles for 100 million. So how much they going to be expecting for Ramos? It might not be 100 M's, but it'd be a lot of money. That's what it is. This is a Ravi says, question for Saint: would not being in Europe help rebuild again? Help Liverpool rebuild?
No, because we still got Pep Linders at the helm, so you know.
Why does everyone get on Pep Linders? What does he do that is so bad? Explain to me. What is it?
The way in which we play, Pep Linders. I covered this last time, so go and watch the episode last time. He's just trying to rehash old wounds because he's an idiot. But cool. The way in which we play, Pep Linders in it. The fact that like the we need new. Like I said, you look at who's been doing it the best in whatever field you're in. Probably a good thing. Look at and like I said, that would have been Alex Ferguson. Do you know what I mean? Bob Paisley. They changed it around all the time. New ways, new blood, new different ways of thinking. Klopp is the stagnant. The way that we're stagnant, like literally, like I said, like everything, the patterns of play is outrageous. We don't even have man off the ball that run, like crazy, bro. Like this all points down to who's Klopp ain't running trading, bro. Like, do you know the ones there? Pep Linders is out here doing up Penguin Book Club signings when he should be doing up. This is the problem. Like this is the problem. So that's why. So if we were in a regime where I believed in, then I would take that as, yeah, you know what, let's step out of Europe and but I don't. Like I don't. Like I think I think that Klopp would try and get back into Europe with pretty much what he's got now. Bar maybe one or two. Do you know what I mean? Like, nah, bro. Like we need to change our whole system. And if he doesn't see that, he needs to go.
And the reason why I asked the question as well is because obviously there'll be some people who might not watch last episode. You feel me? So this is always for new people. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to reach out to the new people. Say I'm not just here running bants and jokes.
You are
being an idiot. Yo,
rip open plasters. That's what you're trying to do, bruv. Trying to poke out wounds, rude boy. Let me see how deep that goes. Tell me, how does it feel to be shit?
I'm just the mediator in it. I'm just mediating this. That's all that is in it. So Jess says so Pep Linders won Liverpool.
I hate you not being good, you know. It's just so I'm salty. I don't care, bro. I hate it, bro.
Now you know I felt last season that you lot were going on Champions League runs and winning Premier Leagues and all that. You know what I'm saying? And that
we didn't win enough. We didn't win enough.
Nah, you want too goddamn much. It's too goddamn much, man.
Enough. Jesus, bro. We done all of that.
All that work, man.
And I could have the same prem. Could have the same prem. Oh, come on, bro.
And he's going to win it with like 80 odd points or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't do enough, bro. We didn't even mind this downfall. We had 2 Champions Leagues, 2 Prems and that. Man would be cool, bro. I'd be busy. I'd be writing. I'd be like, yo, wait till we get Atari owners. You know, like that. Jesus Christ, bro.
Just says so. Pep Linders won Liverpool, the champs, and the Prem because he said you done the tactics and trained them, so it's all on him. So how come Klopp takes the credit? And this is a good question. Klopp will take the credit for the successes you've had, but Pep Linders takes the criticism. What was the difference? What's gone wrong? Has Pep got more? Has Linders got more influence as the time's gone on?
This is literally what I was about
to open
my mouth and say. It is very hard to see where Klopp ends and Pep Linders begins now. It is not, and I'm not. That's not even jokes. Like, do you see what I'm saying? It isn't a case. I'm not saying Pep Linders is bad. Well, I'm just saying Pep Linders has run his course. That is what I'm saying.
It's time for a change.
It's time for a change because the times in which you're talking about are long ago. But yes, he did well. Like he did well. But the football that say a Buvac was playing was, I think personally, better. Do you know what I mean? It was more sustainable. The football that these men are trying to implement isn't sustainable, bro. All this intensity, it doesn't make sense, bro. You need to have a basis of technique. You need to have a basis of a man that can take a ball on a half turn, see a pass and spray it. Like, come on, B. Like, do you get what I'm saying? You can't just have man just running man down with. It doesn't make sense. And that's the type of football, and it's played out. We've done that now. Like,
and I fully hear what you're saying. Because, yeah, K here says, KLFC says, the football we're playing with Linda's ball, but Klopp is cool with it. So it's on him, in my opinion.
You're right. Okay, you're 1,000. I've been saying that as well. That's why it's both of them. In my opinion, Klopp is the overseer. Klopp is the manager. Should be able to see things and say, we're getting a bit stale. He should be able to say, yo, listen, Linda's, this is my team. Not even sack, man. Move here. I'm going to get someone to come and do. We're going to do a little different tactical analysis. Do you know what I mean? Just change things up a bit, because we can't just have constant runners, bro. Thiago came in and all he's learned how to do is run. That don't make no sense. Do you know that one's there? Like, bro, from his own mouth, brother. Again, facts.
Did he say this?
What has Klopp taught? What have you learned, like, under Klopp since you've been here? He's taught me how to run, brother. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, we need a little bit more. So, like, Klopp should be able to see that. And if he's not, then ultimately, that's why I would say to Klopp, like, but again, I would say to Klopp, Pep Linders needs to go. And you need to. Klopp would say to me, go fuck yourself. Linders goes, I go. And then I would say, yo, big man, go.
Calm.
Because ultimately, you're right. Okay, it's his doing, man.
Decision. You lot, like I say, there's over 70 of you lot locked in. Let's hit the subscriber button as well, man. We're aiming for 4 more people. We're looking to be at 4,935 subscribers. It's rolled to 5K. Make sure when you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Looking for 70 likes on the stream as well. We're at 62. We're only 8 short as well, people. You know what I'm saying? We're only 8 short. Continue to get your questions in before me and Saint close out this show as well. Let's see if we missed anything. See if we missed any comments. Let's see. And Tarugu says, who's Linders? Assistant manager of Liverpool. There are a lot of Liverpool fans giving stick to. A lot of them.
That's what it should be. You're the only brother that don't know. But too many people know who Linders is. And that's my problem. Do you get it? Like, too many people know who Linders. I couldn't tell you what Man City's assistant manager's been saying. He definitely writing books, read boy. You know, like that. Like,
I don't know. I don't know who that assistant manager. I don't even know who our assistant manager is. Like,
you see what I'm saying? You shouldn't. Man should just be doing what they're doing. Doing man's out here doing up press conferences and talk. He's talking, bro. All you ever see, Pep Linders quote. Pep Linders says this. Like, shut the fuck up, rude boy. Like, seriously. Like, flipping hell, man. When's the last time? Think about it. All Liverpool fans in here, yeah? When is the last time we had an offensive move that was created after 6 passes? Beg you, tell me, Reed boy. I beg you, put it in the chat. Let me know. We don't do that, bro. We're just crossing, inshallah, bro.
Yeah, let's get the ball forward.
The most we're getting is free, but damn. We don't do no like, yo, you have the ball. You move. Create some space. Drag a man with you. Oh, there's space there. Here's the ball. Here's that. Boom, bam, bam, boom, bam, boom. Get it. Like, crazy. We did a couple moves. Don't think it was quite 6 passes, but we did a couple moves in the Wolves game. I was like, yo, this is what I'm talking about. You get me? Like, that was it. Too random. And then it's just there, like, this is Pep Linders' fault. This is Klopp's fault. This is what I'm talking about. And like, you know what it is as well, yeah? A lot of men suffer from how good we used to be. Flawless is a prime example of that, because he caught himself. But when you first asked the question of where we think respectively we would be, 7th sounded too harsh for him, and he was like, oh, because you think of this is the team that can do 9 in a row. Do you know the ones there?
You think the levels is there, the ability is there.
But we actually, do you know what I mean? So you have a like a lot of people that talk about us are like, yo, but you could still make you could still make Champions League spots, because they think of, but you're still the Liverpool that could go on a 10-game unbeaten. No, we're not. We're not now.
That's not what you are anymore. Like you said, the team's run its course to side and it needs refreshing, whether that's manager or players or both type of thing. Now, I hear fully what you're saying. Paul says, the Liverpool have a better chance against Real Madrid than many think. League form different to the cup flawless. Yeah, they have a chance. One, because it's just, you know what I'm saying, it's a two-legged game. Well, I mean, when I say it's a two-legged tie, I'm talking in terms of it's not a league format, it's cup, like you mentioned here, Paul. Secondly, I know Real Madrid, I've not watched a lot of them this season, but I know they've not been bang at it. Very similar to Liverpool. I think they've not been as bad as Liverpool because they're not far down the table, but they're not at the heights they've been at. So could Liverpool beat them? Yes. Do I think Liverpool will? No. Because Real Madrid, and I said it the entire last season Champions League run, when you have a player the caliber of Karim Benzema, he can win you a game. We've seen him do it. We've seen him go on a crazy run last year. We've seen what he did to Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? And then never mind them players, your Tchouaménis, your Modric's, your Kamavic. They got so many individual players who can win you a tie at any given moment. And with Karim Benzema, you might not have been at it, but I've seen a stat saying since the World Cup, I think he's like third on the list for most goals scored. But like I said, I don't know how he's been playing the entire season. But when you have a player of that caliber, if he turns up at 10, long day. You could easily bag a hat-trick against Liverpool in the first leg. We've seen him do it to Chelsea. Long day. Like we've seen him do that. Well, yeah, go on. What do you think, Say?
I agree with everything you said, pretty much. Could we beat them? Yes. Will we beat them? No. I think they beat us pretty convincingly at the Bernabeu, and I think we beat them at Anfield because that's what we do. You know, them ones there, like we don't lose at Anfield, not on European nights, but we come out of the tie. Like ultimately, like, let's be honest, we'll do some stinky 1-0 at Anfield, like, and it will be they would have sourced us 3-0 at Bernabeu. You know,
it's the first leg at Bernabeu, yeah. First leg's at Bernabeu.
Yeah, I think.
All right, that's in your favor. The second leg being at Anfield, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? The second leg being at Anfield suits you lot. You know what I'm saying? And it does suit you lot rather than having to go away to the Bernabeu. But we all know about Real Madrid and European nights. Like,
either or, bro. Either or, bro.
They'll be us 1-0.
We'll do them, and then no, first leg is at. Oh, okay. Apologies. First leg's at home. Either or, it'll still be the same. We'll still beat them at home, and we'll be even worse. Be even worse because we'll have like, yo, we can't do this. You know them ones. You have them Reds. I'm not gonna say top Reds, but
them Reds, Ryan Reds. That's what they are. Them Ryan Reds.
We will be like Arsenal were in the FA Cup last season. You know, like that. Like, yo, fam. And then we'll get absolutely smoked. And then we'll be like, okay.
So, yeah, first leg being at Anfield is definitely not in your favor. Second leg being at Anfield would have been. But it's going to be interesting. Like I said, people, I'll definitely be going to be tuning in and watching that. I've actually not watched Real Madrid. I remember the last time I watched Real Madrid. Probably since last year. And I watched a Real Madrid game. Now I tell a lie, I watched them against. It was earlier on the season, one of their games that was on ITV4. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that goes as well. But speaking of cup competitions as well, we're in FA Cup action Saturday. You're in FA Cup action Sunday. You're going back to Brighton. Obviously, Brighton just beat you lot there last week, 3-0. So confidence from you, I'm guessing, is pretty low going into that game. But they have lost Trossard. Does that change anything? Have you gained any confidence going into that?
Not mainly because they've lost Trossard. I just feel like we do things like this, innit? Like Liverpool are proper hopscotchers, man. Like we take steps back to take the same step forward. Like we ain't really going nowhere. Like we're just shuffling, you know, like that. Like looking like we're moving, but we ain't really doing nothing. Like I see, we'll beat these, man. I see us beat Brighton because they beat us, and you know them ones there. We'll go and we'll beat them to not do anything. Like, do you know them ones there? Like, I don't really think that we're gonna win. But yeah, I actually think we'll probably win. I think Nunes coming back, and that I think we'll put right what happened before, but ultimately I think it'll be stinky. I don't even know where I'm getting this confidence. Like I said, I don't know if it's just sometimes you just feel like you just got to go against the tide. It's got to happen, innit?
No, because you're Liverpool, man. That's ingrained in your DNA. You're just going back. You're going back.
I will tell you this: there's no part of me, not my little toe, none of me that will be surprised if we get put in a spliff. I'll tell you that much. I just think we might actually go and maybe do something in it, but if we don't, like I said, bro, I will not be surprised, bro.
I hate what you're saying.
If I'm doing Ackers, I'm still doing that. We're losing. I'm just doing
yeah. Of course, you're still picking Brighton.
Still
picking Brighton. Like 110% still picking Brighton. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. The same way like Spurs just beat Fulham. Like even I thought, Fulham were going to win that game. If Liverpool were to win that game, I'd be like, I actually, there's replays because it's FA Cup. I could see it being a draw.
Could see it being a draw.
I could see it being a draw.
Could see it
and you not having the replay like you did against Wolves.
And just drawing it out and and then not moaning about the amount of games, but you're the one that don't kill off games. Man, I could see that. I could see a draw. 100%.
Is yeah. So yeah, in regards, obviously, like I mentioned, United we're facing Reading at home on the Saturday, and I've stated before, I stay again. Hopefully, Ten Hag does rotate. We're playing Reading, who I believe they're champions. They're non-Premier League, of course. I don't know if they're Championship or League One, but go and do the business. You know what I'm saying? Go do the business. Get into the FA Cup 5th round. Hopefully, Liverpool do get knocked out by Brighton. One of Arsenal or Manchester City are going out. Chelsea are already out. Newcastle are already out. Hopefully, Preston cause the upset of the weekend, knockout Spurs, and it opens up the draw for us. Very similar to how the Carabao Cup went. From a Manchester United perspective, that's how I'm looking at it. But we'll go and do the business. I'd like to see the likes of Garnacho get minutes. Sancho is back in training. Hopefully, Martial's fit. Players like that, Dalot's fit again, to give them minutes in games like these. We got three cup games coming up to end this month out. Well, one of them is the second leg against Forest in February, but you'll understand my overall point. Go win these 3 cup games and then back to the Premier League, because it's stacked in terms of, we got 2 games a week for the entire month of February, including Europa League. Like, it's stacked, and that's even excluded. I didn't even think about it. Adding the Carabao Cup final, because I swear is it February? I think it's either February or March, one out of the 2. So that's even stacks it even more. Never mind if we get past Barcelona, that's 2 more Europa League ties on top of all the Premier League games, on top of FA Cup. So there's so many matches. Shit, we need to go into the window, man. We got to sign somebody this window again. Fuck's sake, so many matches. So many. But I like where we're at, man, and I fancy our chances. Just go win a trophy. We win a Carabao Cup, I'll be over the moon. All right, boom, trophy. Some of these players have won things. It can be a catalyst to go and win further things as well. And it'll improve the morale of the players so much. And it gets more trust with Ten Hag as well, because it's like, all right, he's won something here now. We've seen Mourinho, we've seen Ferguson, we've seen Pep all target this competition with the Carabao Cup. And it's been a springboard for the teams they've been managing, with Mourinho's more than one, to go and win things. Mourinho did that at Chelsea twice. He did that at Manchester United. Pep consistently won that. I said, Pep, did he not win it 4 years in a row? Some shit like that.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. I'm saying, even seen it last year with Klopp. He went and won the FA Cup and Carabao Cup last season. A competition he didn't really take seriously. So, like, go and win trophies. I don't know why people are against it. Flawless quick thought. Will Arsenal beat City in the FA Cup on Friday? I have no idea, because I don't know what team Arsenal are going to put out.
I think Arsenal are going to get moved to, because they're not going to care. They ain't looking at that. Like, honestly, I think they'll like some 3-1 setting. Like, they're not gonna give a shit. Like,
yeah, they ain't gonna care, and they'll rotate it. Yeah.
Bro, they've got, you know what I mean? They got
bigger
their
fish to fry.
Prize, bro. Trust me. That's what I think anyway, personally. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, because I think what we'll be telling is the team Arteta puts out, and I expect to see him make changes. I don't know if it'll be wholesale or it'll be 4 or 5.
Lose a Partey in this game, brother.
Yeah.
Bro, hey, listen, El Neni, you better be wiping off your boots now, bro, because I know you're seeing minutes in this game. I'm telling you.
Him, La Congo, you know what I'm saying? And all them guys, man, Smith Rowe, you know what I'm saying? Them man are playing.
What's my man? The Japanese you. All of you, man, bro.
Tomiyasu.
Oh, bro, you better start stretching and doing your hip flexes, bro, because it's that time. You know, like they don't care, bro. Like, they don't care. And rightly so, bro. Rightly so. Yeah.
Oh, Mazza. Yo, Jesus Christ. Nah, I could see that. So, yeah, you lot get your final few questions in. Me and Tate are going to close out. We're free short of 70 likes, yo. Get us up to 70 likes before we close out, and free short of the subscriber mark we was looking for as well. So we're free short on both people. So let's bump that up. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell. I know everyone here ain't subscribed. I know everyone locked in who ain't hit the like button either. So make sure you do so.
Shout out to Ruger. He says, if Arsenal just throw away the FA Cup, I'll be pissed. But tell me, Ruger, which would be more pissed than in the scenario I just said, losing Partey in that game, or
yes, you got to rotate.
Just to get
rotate.
You man. Do you know what I mean? I know you're starting to get a little bit of depth, but you are still very much 11 heavy. You know, them ones there, like, and so you got to keep that as much as you can.
And Tamara, you said City will play their young play, but the thing is, the City second team is still cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's their second 11 is still like cold. Their bench the other night was ridiculous.
Like, you know, like, bro, like, all dumb,
he's got Bernardo Silva in that second 11 tonight.
Laporte. I forgot
Laporte.
you even play for these, man. Like, what's going on here?
Kyle Walker and that. You know what I'm saying?
Brother, just chilling. Flipping hell.
Their 11, whatever 11 they put out, let's say it's their second 11, will be fine. I'm telling you, and their 11 will be fine.
Fire,
so
bro.
that is, like 100%. So yeah, like you have to, once you're going for the league, FA Cup, League Cups, like the domestic cups, they become secondary priority. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said as a United fan all season, we shouldn't do so because the Premier League's not our priority. But go on.
Their secondary striker is Alvarez, bro.
Alvarez, you know.
What are you talking about?
Alvarez. Alvarez, he starts for United right now.
That's who, brother. He would sit Nunes down quickly, bro. Like, hey, Nunes, relax, brother. That's their like, yo, go and munch little food. Nah, bro.
It's crazy, yo. Like their backup wingers, you could argue are Mahrez and Grealish, yo. That's nuts. You know what I'm saying? You could argue that it's Mahrez and Grealish, and if they're not their backups is Foden and Bernardo Silva.
What's going on here?
Their backup wingers it's Foden and Bernardo Silva, yo. Alvarez, that's their front three. And then their midfield, you can throw, like you said, it could be Calvin Phillips. Throw a Gundogan in there if you really want to. They'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, for real. Like, there's like Kyle Walker at right back. You know what I'm saying? Laporte, like you said, in it. Laporte.
Forgot this bro, Diaz. Oh yeah.
For Diaz in there, just
okay, chill. You know I've been playing. You hear me? I forgot these, man. Even just like,
so, yeah. It's probably City. He's probably City in it, I would say. You know what I'm saying? Ravi says here, Saint, thoughts on Gakpo?
I think he's looking as meaty as I probably would have anticipated he would look coming into a team like this. No slight on him. I don't really know, like, the judgment on Gakpo as a player. You have to wait, bro. Like, he's a young player just coming to the league. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's hard for me to judge because, brother, we have no clue. We don't know what we're doing. Since he's come, man's played left wing, man's played number 9. What are you doing? Man played him left, and we're seeing them figure it out. That's what pisses me off.
Yeah, that's terrible.
They put him left wing. It was like, oh, raw. He don't really have no pace, you know. He's not. You thought he was pacey? Yeah, I thought he was pacey. Nah, he ain't really as pacey as I thought. All right, cool. So let's move him here. What's going on? What's going on? Like, it's. I feel sorry for him, to be fair. Like, that's my analysis of it.
No, that's fair. I've not watched him like that, but yeah, I've heard people mention that. Like you think playing position. Go on,
No, just quickly. Yeah, Gakpo is no better or worse than Trossard, Isak, these man, Jesus. There's no difference. It's just the teams that they're going into, the systems that they're going into. Do you get it? Like, they're built for them and they can thrive. Do you see it? So that's what it is. Whereas he's coming in and that's why he looks dead. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's hard. Sorry, brother.
Nah, I hear that, man. Nah, it's your dude. That's you, and you'll know more than me because I ain't watched him like that. You know what I'm saying? To be like, yeah, he's this, he's that. I haven't. By the way, rival fans slandering Gakpo. Why are fans blaming Linders so much? Guess who really wanted the Gakpo signing and was a big part of us getting him, Linders. But if you are gonna get him, though, surely Klopp's had input on that, number one, and two, you should know where to play him. Like, he should, even if he's playing poorly, he should be playing the same position and the same role every time he's on the pitch. If he's a left winger, play him left wing. If he's a centre forward or right or a 10, whatever, you can't be playing him left wing, then right, then a 10, then a 9. That's unfair on him. And it's all about systems. We know how important systems are in 2023 in the modern game. We know these things. Has to be done. So that's why, innit? Like, you can't, Ryan. Yeah, you can get on Lenders for stuff, but not that. Like, that's also Klopp as well. That's also Klopp. Best sign in the season, no Haaland. I may be biased. I'm saying Casemiro. For me, it's Casemiro.
Because of, even though he's injured, because of what he's done to them and their league leaders, say Jesus. No, yes. Do you know who I'd say? Do you know who I'd say?
Well,
Zin Bomba Clark. Zinchenko,
okay, first.
Brother, like real footballers know. Like I'm telling you, that guy, what he's doing, the way he can play in those half pockets, those half spaces, he turns that midfield. Bro, you man were like, I feel like there's like 7 man here. Like, you know the ones there? Like, why is bro like Zinchenko? Honestly, like I'd say that's what he's. Yeah, he's.
Yeah, that's a shout. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask like Zinchenko as does Jesus. But yeah, I'm a United fan. So I'm gonna say because I've seen it up close and personal in regards to the impact he's had Casemiro. But then I could have said a Martinez because he's been incredible too. So they're the two I'm looking
at.
I
want you're not wrong. Like what Casemiro has done, like when you're talking about like best signings, you're talking about impact. Do you know what I mean? When like Van Dijk was the best signing, is the impact he made.
Impact he had in the team. Well.
Yeah, and the impact Casemiro has like the impact, the loss when he's not there. Like
you see the difference.
Oh, it's night and day. It's night and day.
Yo, Ryan, ask the question again, fam. Ask the question, and I'll ask the question again. Don't worry about it. I must have missed it. So ask the question. And Tarami says the thing is we don't know what's his best position. That's terrible by your recruitment if you don't know a player's best position and you brought him in.
Thank you. Or you don't you'd fine if you don't know his best position because he's so good and could fit in anywhere, but you should have a flipping plan for him. You should be like, I'm using him here because this is what he can do. Like, what is this, bro? What is this, bro? Like, and I don't care what no one says, bro. They didn't realize that he didn't have. They thought he had more pace than he did. He's not that type of player, bro. Like,
is he not quick like that? Because Murtaza said to me he's not PMP. He's not quick like that.
He's not like that. He's not PMP. He's in Ketia. Do you know the ones that give him the ball and he'll bang? Like, he's that type of a player.
Okay, he's like that.
And then look at the way we play football. And what the fuck is going on? You went and got Nunes, who is kind of what you're looking for in terms of the style, but he's a bit mad. And you went for Gakpo. We don't even play with a 10. So who's feeding my man? What's going on, bro? What is going on? Oh, it's crazy, bro.
Yo, you're spitting facts though. Yo, if I say he's not even that quick as an Nketiah and you don't play with a 10, it's like, yo, who's giving him the ball in those areas?
I just told you, we're like a Z, we're like an O, so like we've got no one there, like, and the most creative players at the back doing a quarterback. Like, how is he supposed to flourish in this team? And you're asking me about Gakpo, bro. He was destined to fail, bro.
Yeah, he was, yo. Man, saying he ain't that quick. I just put like from his profile and what I'd heard beforehand that he was quick, but like I didn't like. But you might have saying, and you're not the first person to say that to me. A couple of others, Tarzan and someone else said that he's not that quick. No one said
we're
that.
A mess, bro. We're a mess. You man should have got Gakpo because you would have played him. You would have known exactly when you would have played him like that. He would have been the Martial replaced. Yo, just get the ball to him. Do what you. Do you know what I'm saying?
And do what you need to do. Yeah.
That's what we doing. Flipping out, and I don't mind a rival getting a player if they get the don't just get a player because
the rivals won. Yeah. I hear what you're saying. Nick, which players in the club era are legends of the club? He's asking. It's a good question, actually. A good question.
Which players in the club era are...
Yeah. So I think he's talking about when you've been successful.
I've been elite, like legends. Big man. That's a big word, you know. I don't think, like...
Depends how you define legend.
It depends how you define legend. Like, and especially like you're talking to Liverpool, so like you know, like you're not talking to any like Ryan or bro legends, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know them ones there? Like, has Klopp created anyone in his era as big as say a Suarez or a Gerrard? Or these are do you know what I'm saying? Like, so
yeah.
You could say, oh, that's not fair. But that's why I'm like, you got to judge what we're judging here. Because I don't think, really, if I'm honest with you, he's created any legends. Like, I think he's created elite man. Like Alisson, Van Dijk. I think under his tutelage, I'd probably say the one player that I'd put above all that I think he's really, like, like really epitomizes kind of the Klopp era. And I think, yo, you really beat Trent. Do you know what I mean? I think he really did his thing with Trent. Do you know what I mean? And he will go down as a legend. I don't think he's a legend yet. It's too. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's too early. It's too early.
Too early, bro. It's too early for these man.
What are you saying about no Salah?
Salah. Oh,
Salah's the one I look at. I think Salah.
I ain't finished. Yeah. I mean, do you know what it is? It just comes down to, again, and I'm not trying to be. I'm just a realist. Do you know them ones that it comes down to the lack of what you could have done? Do you know what I mean? Like brother. Like I said earlier, you give me two, even just the one last season. That's it. One Premier League, two Champions League. Like it's not even debatable.
It's two. You brought two to the club,
status. Do you get it? Plus all your individual accolades and what you did and all of that. It's a little bit debatable for me. Like, is 100%. I think you could. I think maybe I'm being harsh. I think because of like his. Do you know what it is? Yeah, his influence in the success in which we had is why I would probably stay to say, yeah, he's legend. I was gonna say maybe cult hero. Do you know what I mean? I'm very harsh. I'm very, very.
Now your standard is high for a legend.
Yeah, my standard is high.
Like,
do you get it?
When you're talking legend, it's like, could we build it? I look at legend and go, could we build a statue outside the stadium for you?
Do you see what I'm saying?
That's how I look at it. And would it look funny? Because Ryan mentioned some names. Some of them are funny. Like, you're not
funny,
as good as Van Dijk as good as Van Dijk is. You're not building a state. You're not building a statue outside of Anfield for Van Dijk. You're not. Currently, right now, you're not. No, bro. Salah, I think you could argue that. Like, Van Dijk,
no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I think because of like the consistency and the influence in which he had in those times, like Salah was in our most successful time. Salah was Mr. Liverpool at one time. Do you know what I mean? Like that bears. So yeah, I would probably say but. If I'm doing that for Salah, then it's like man, that's just me, and I'd rather do it because you not remember this. So when I'm talking about next man, I'm not being salty. I'm being.
You being real.
The same. Huh? Do you get me?
Yeah, and that's what it is. Big up to honesty. Big up honesty for the super chat, much appreciated. Of course, if you lot super chat, we'll get straight to it as well. Now I'm on my what is it? Fevio Foreign.
Foreign.
Is it Fevio Foreign? I will never get cool with the up. So best signing is Nunes to Wolves. PS. Big man saying, what's popping with your channel? Let's say and answer that.
Well, go on, honestly, it's been a minute. Like, still, you know what? You gotta be cool with us, because me and this guy, we've been ups, bro, but we're calm. Do you know what I mean? It's civil and that. Like, some people just
it's civil up sometimes, isn't it? Apart from game day,
man.
Apart from match day,
game days, it's man.
The match days is crazy.
No, like my channel is and love for everyone that's been hitting me up. Even Ryan just been giving me just little messages of support, and that it means a lot. Like, obviously. Like, I'm a whole dad in it. Do you know them ones there? I got a whole family and I'm trying to run a business. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to do up family and like having my own channel. I just jumped into this YouTube thing. Do you get it? Like, man was new. So like having my own channel and that myself on my ones is a bit hard. Like, I couldn't stream. Like man said, like it's tough, bro. Like games. Doing a preview, then a review, and then it's long. Do you know what I'm saying? So I had to. It was getting a bit mad for the mental, so I had to just pull back a little bit. And I haven't been streaming as you lot would have known, but jumping back in and just slowly dipping my foot back in and seeing how I can, do you know what I mean, maybe do something. So if you lot know me on the socials and that, if you got my socials and that, St. LFC TV and that, hit me up, give me ideas on what I could do, and you get me and things like that. But I love for everyone that's obviously to get it.
There you go, people. The Saints channel, the link is in the title. You know what I'm saying? So you can go subscribe over to there. Like he stated there, the reasons why he's not been live streaming as much. But you'll catch him here, people. It'll be at least bare minimum fortnightly, people. You'll see him here on Tuesday nights, bare minimum fortnightly, and then you can see him across all his socials. But like I say, continue to give him messages of support as well. I'm a fan. That's why I grabbed Saint for the show, people. You know what I'm saying? I had Saint as an idea to bring onto the channel for a long time. It was just a question of how. You know what I'm saying? Because people, I let you lot know like how it works. Me and Saint spoke. I think it was last year. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, it was defo like last year, middle of last year. And what I was gonna do was battle of the North people. You know what I'm saying, but not call it Battle of the North. But I was gonna get a United fan. I was gonna get my cousin who was a City fan, and we was gonna run that. and then Matisse hit me with the Battle of the North thing, and I was like, I can't do it. I was gonna shout Daps, actually. That's what it was. I was gonna shout Daps, and I was gonna shout Saint and do a United City and Liverpool thing, but then that popped off. So I was like, all right, how do I do it? And then I thought, individual, let's do the spin-off. I've not got Liverpool, and I shouted Saint, and then boom. So that's why he's here, and you can catch him here, like I said, fortnightly. But Saint will be back streaming, but give him ideas, people. That's what it is. With content creating, you have to give man ideas, so man just don't feel they're doing the same as everybody else. If you want to see him back, like, that's what it is. Let him know what you want to see, because we take it into consideration. I do the same. Like, if man give me cold idea, I'll be like, all right, I'll incorporate that. You feel me? So that's why my channel is not just Manchester United. I include all. Like, we got spin-off shows with every other Big 16 people. There's crossovers, and then we cover on the Q&As, all Premier League sides and stuff like that, and champs and so forth and so forth. But yeah, man, I'm sure Saint will be back, like, on his channel, but you catch him here fortnightly, people. 100%. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Show Saint is love that. Love Saint.
Come on.
His channel, gang. You already know. And see, Brush said it here. I appreciate you, Saint. Elite content. You know what I'm saying? And
nah, that's why I missed it, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, a lot of people, like, oh, like, it just coincides with the fact that we are really dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, nah, it's not even that. I miss the content, man, but it's just sometimes it's a lot in it. Do you know them ones? Then, unfortunately, we ain't in a position for this to be like, do you know what I mean? For us to be earning bread off this and that. So it's we got to try and manage it. But no, I love, man. I appreciate everything, man.
Yeah, man, love that. And big up to Black Diamond. Says like, share, subscribe, support your quality channel as you continue to get brilliant content on a consistent basis. Big up Black Diamond every single time. And again, just to repeat to everyone who's in here, everybody's been unblocked in it. So the Sarcasm City TV jail, you know what I'm saying? The Sarcasm City jail is empty. The penitentiary is empty, people. All the inmates are out in it. So if you've been blocked, then boom. You know what I'm saying? You're free to talk in the comments. You know what I'm saying? But if you violate, you're going back into the jail, people. You're going back.
Bro. I done my part. I got you lot that day past the week. But you're out. You can see your families and that. Don't violate, you know, like that.
Exactly that.
Come on.
That's exactly what it is. And to Marcel says, Flawless, you mentioned something about Van Dijk not getting a statue. Not all club legends get statues. Yeah, because there isn't enough space. If you're talking at Liverpool or you're talking at Manchester United, so the two most successful teams in the country, there's not enough. There isn't enough space.
Right, and someone else said something about, like, let's be honest, we've wanted, like, there's arguably a statue for Alisson. There's arguably a statue for Trent. There's arguably a statue for VVD. There's arguably a statue for Saka. Am I wrong in any of this, by the way? No.
Yeah, I know.
I'm already on 4. Like, come on, like, we got
space, people. Like, for those that haven't been around,
that's one team. That's one team.
If you go back in further teams, it's not like that. Same with United. There's many United legends who don't have statues. It's not because they don't deserve them. It's space. Like, if we run through it, like, no one can't tell me Roy Keane don't have a statue. Paul Scholes, there's no statue.
How?
Andy Cole, the list goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, you know, and you're talking about
the list goes on. We on Ferdinand. You know what I'm saying? Vidic, Evra, Van der Sar, like, the list goes on.
It's only now getting what?
Yo, there's too many. So Marcel, you're not wrong in what you're saying. In terms, it's just is a space. Not getting a statue doesn't mean he's not a legend. No, that's not what I said.
It doesn't. Yeah, exactly.
And what I stated was, can you argue that would it look funny seeing them get a statue outside the stadium? That's how I look at legends, because there's a difference between legends, cult heroes, and you can be a world-class player at a team and not get a statue. You can be world-class. I'm saying. And like I said, at Manchester United, there isn't enough space. You can forget Fergie's 99 team. Let's go from when Fergie was successful in 92 up until 96, like that 4-year period. That team there. You know what I'm saying? Your Dennis Irwins, Pallister, Steve Bruce, Paul Ince, Kanchelskis, Paborski, Cantona, Mark Hughes. Yo, I've just named, 8 man. 7, 8 man I've just named. You can't. There's not enough space. You know what I'm saying in that? Like, there's not enough space. That's why all them, man. Cantona, I did mention Cantona.
You cannot tell me that it's not arguable, that Stam and VVD are not in the same. Do you get it? Like people say, Stam. It's not even because there's no statue for Stam. Do you get what I'm saying?
There's no statue for Stam because Stam wasn't hit. And again, people, Stam's the best centre back I've ever seen at Manchester United. I think he's the best centre back ever in the Premier League. He's cold.
All things aside, bro, Stam is cold.
He's different. But the problem was with Stam, he was here 3 seasons, people. To me, you can't get a statue of 3 seasons. I'm talking about Stam there when I say that. If he was here for long, he goes down.
At the same time, look at the level of eliteness that VVD has had. And unfortunately, his injury hampers that. We got to like start looking at certain. Do you know what I mean? Like it isn't much more than 3 seasons. Do you know what I'm saying? Like at that elite level.
I get what you're saying. 100%. Big up to Honesty says, Saint, I got some shocking news. Our up is back from loan. Reece Williams. Haven't I suffered enough this season? Give a brother a break, for fuck's sake, he says. I'll let you respond to this. Big up again for the super chat, Honesty.
Yeah, big up Honesty, man. Big up yourself each and every time, man. I said this guy, I don't even know how to describe my man. He's like a transit van trying to 3-point turn in a cul-de-sac way. You know, like him trying to turn around with the ball, bro, is mad, bro. It'll take a good 25 minutes, bro. Like, how are you so innate? But you know, nah, he's a young don. Let me not pile on him. I don't know why we've called him back. I did think that myself. I was like, what's going on here? It would probably maybe, I hope not, maybe suggest that Van Dijk's injury is a little bit more serious than they're saying. So they're looking for cover. Hopefully the cover won't come in terms of him ever needing to see pitch, because we'll be all right with Matip and Konate and Phillips. But I think, to be very honest with you, if his injury is a little bit more serious than we first thought, it's actually sensible. Do you know them ones there? You're not going to go and splash out for a 4th choice and you need that cover. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially because of Matip and he's not. But yeah, just hopefully we just got to sit down and do a little seance, and hopefully that my man don't all of that nonsense, and man don't see pitch. Get me? We're good.
No, I hear that. Now, fully hear what you're saying there. Again, honestly, big up for the super chat as well. And people, like I said, it's all preference when man are talking about statues, because man can say, oh, Van Dijk should get one, but there's so many players that have played before him that won't have statues in terms of Liverpool legends who don't have one. So, like, to me, you can't jump the queue. You know what I'm saying? Gerrard don't have a statue, right? Does he have a statue outside Anfield?
How?
Exactly.
How can anyone? How can we talk about anyone? You know,
Gerrard, to me, and this is me saying this as a United fan, for what Gerrard did, he deserves one before Van Dijk. No, I'm not saying he's better than Van Dijk. I'm saying before. How you honoring man? You can't honor man before. It's like within music. Like man were cold in the 2000s, and then you're giving man lifetime achievement awards who have been out since 2022, and we're only in 2023. You got honor man beforehand. It's first come first serve type of thing. That's how I'm looking at it. So before, and I bet there's probably man before Gerrard who deserve one in the 80s who don't have one. I don't know, because I don't know Liverpool history like that, but there probably is. If you talk to older Liverpool heads or certain Liverpool fans in the chat will be more knowledgeable of me. Like that's how I'm looking at it. So I'm not saying Van Dijk don't deserve one. I'm saying Gerrard's before him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, and there's others as well, but it's all personal opinion on that. Like that's what that is. Question panels: would you guys cash in on Van Dijk in the summer if there's an opportunity? That's a good question from Rugo. Would you?
It's a good question, Rugo. I personally wouldn't, but it's a good question because I think that we need to be putting ourselves in the market for good CB, like one that we can really put our faith in for the future alongside Konate. Because that's not going to be Matip, is it? Do you know what I mean? If we look at it, so Matip,
it's going to be Konate next to. So you want Konate next to somebody,
next to someone who we can now. Do you know what I mean? And still have the best. I think that injury took a lot out of Van Dijk, and I don't think we've got him for as long as we possibly would have had him prior to that. So use those years to integrate someone. Do you know what I mean? Get the best out of him. Integrate someone to come and play his part, and then moving forward, have Konate, him, Matip, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But I don't think it's a time to sell him. No, I mean, I hear it. But again, we're not in for no sell Van Dijk and what Konate is the truth. I still think that Konate could do with another year of tutelage. Do you know what I mean? Like, in honesty, I would keep him in order to make us better. Do you know what I mean? If we got rid of him, I would get it. But you're pushing Konate straight into the forefront right now to be that guy. Do you know them ones there? You're then gonna just have Matip. Like, bro, we still need a do you know what I'm saying? A lot. So that's what I'd do personally. I'd keep him on.
First, no, that's fair. I do rate Konate highly though. I think Konate looks like he's top quality. He looks top quality. When I watch him, I'm like, you have all the attributes, and the thing is, you're probably you'll probably get better. You know what I'm saying? And that he'll probably, unfortunately, go on, fam.
He's the reason why I would like to keep VVD, just so that he could get better. Do you know what I'm saying? I see much, like, don't rush him before he needs to. Like, let him have the time. Let VVD really, do you know what I mean? And if that means that, then, you know, maybe you keep VVD for longer. That's the only one that makes sense. You get it? Like, I understand that. We're doing up Salah from, we have no one. We don't even have no one on the right wing. It don't make no sense, bro.
Seriously, man, playing. Who's it? Harvey Elliott out there is back up in that.
That's outrageous for that to even be the case, because he can't play on the wing, bro.
It's Harvey Elliott.
Don't play on the wing, bro. Like, big 2023, we got fucking Ox left wing. What's going on? Anyways,
hey, big up honesty again for another super chat. Much love and appreciated. Says maybe Van Dijk is out for the rest of the season, plus Nat Phillips is maybe leaving this January. That's why Mr. Tortoise Williams is back, and another defender also came back from loan. I'll let you respond to this.
Yeah. That's pretty much what I was saying. That's pretty much exactly what I was saying. Honestly, I think that I think VVD might be out rest of the season. Jeez, that's. Do you know what I mean?
Why is Van Dijk currently? Is he injured right now? Van Dijk.
Yeah. He's injured.
What did he get? What was it?
We didn't even know. He just got pulled off, and then we were like, "Oh, did he? Do you know what I mean?" And then a lot of people were like, "But they came out that he's injured." To be fair, we should have all known that he was injured, because Klopp don't do no tactical changes mid game. What are you talking about? What is this, bro? Like, I knew he was injured, bro. I was like, "Oh no." But yeah, like. Other than that, he's out, and like you said, Phillips will probably go this. So that's exactly it. It's just cover. Hopefully, we just got to sit there and pray like man, like what's his name? Matip stays fit.
Yeah, and you know, Matip can be injury prone as well. You know that. Yeah, but I didn't even know Van Dijk was injured. But yeah, honestly, again, big up for the super chat. Don't forget, people, link is in the comments. I mean, in the pinned comment for the membership of the channel. So if you want to get on the channel, people, that's one surefire way to do that outside of fan calling shows. Make sure your comments and questions take priority, like super chats on the Q&As, plus more. Many great perks, 3 different levels, people. So all you have to do is click the link in the pinned comment. Check out the membership, which supports the channel further. But how you can support the channel for absolutely free, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, people. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you go subscribe to Saint's channel as well. The link is in the pin. Even though he's not active on there currently, you can see him over here. Still go bump up the numbers on his channel. There's over 60 of you lot locked in. Go hit the subscribe button over there. Hit the notification bell. You'll find all of his socials as well.
I will be back. I will be back. I just need a little fever. Like, I'll be back.
Yeah, man. You rebuilding, man. You'll be back. You know what I'm saying?
Help me.
And honestly, again, big up for the super chat again. Says uneasy convo, but I think it's time to allow Salah. If he keeps stinking up the place, he's pissing me off. He's not happy with Salah's performance. Do you put it more on Mo Salah? Do you put it more on Klopp and Pep Linders because of how they're playing him, or is it a mixture of the two? Just to add on to the super chat.
I think it's a little bit of a mixture of the two. It's 1000%. Like the way in which he's played, where he's played. Why, bro? This guy is one of our most potent forwards. Like, regardless of what you spent in terms of money for this person, he should still be as close to the goal as possible in terms of the manner in which you were doing it. I don't like him as a number 9, but do you know what I mean? Like, in that kind of inverted. This, like, Balassi reboard that they're trying to make him is mad. So, like, and he's not helping himself at all. Like, at all. But he's doing a lot more. One thing I will say is, like, I have seen him adapt a little bit. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think that Salah's always got the credit for his playmaking and his assists and stuff like that, to be fair. So this is a time for him to maybe shine a little bit more in that sense. But it's not what I want from him. Do you know, the ones that want him to bang? So, yeah, I personally said, we should have sold him last summer, B. We gave him a 3-year deal. What is the point, bruv? What's the point, bro? For you to be in exactly the same position 18 months later. Do you know that one's there?
That's facts. It's bad planning.
It's bad planning. What is the point of giving a man who's 30-something? Do you know, what's the point? And giving him 3.5... Why, bro? Like, it's a joke thing. Like, you didn't have the conviction. You didn't really know what you were doing. So, bro, you should have actually, if you knew what you were doing and you had better planning, you would have got rid of him and got your, do you know what I mean? And it would have been blessed. Nah, you're on a joke thing. So,
yeah. Would you have sold Salah and kept Mane? Or would you have got rid of both of them and replaced them both in an ideal way?
in an ideal world, I would have got rid of both of them and replaced them both. Not both last summer. I would have done. Do you know what I mean? Like I would have done a little bit more integration. I would have got rid of Salah first, though, only because Mane for me is more malleable. Mane I can put across any of the front three. Salah is very central. Yeah, he's very rigid, and I would have also leveraged Salah's superstardom at that time. When I'm selling Salah, I'm probably getting 80 mil for it. Do you know them ones there? But at that time, I've got someone in that I'm already. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm bringing in. Yeah. Do you see? Like it for us to, and I probably again would have then sold Mane eventually, but he would have been. I probably would have sold him after because again I could have moved him. I could have. Do you know what I mean? Made it.
You could have played him central,
and then central. Played him on the right. He started on the right. Could move him to the left. I probably would have moved him to the left because it was horrible by the time we moved him. But you know them ones there, like we could have. He was a little bit more. Do you see what I'm saying? But if ultimately flawless, the answer to your question is there's no way that after 7 years, man like Bobby Firmino, Salah, or Mane would still be like it wouldn't.
They shouldn't still be the main guys with nobody to back them up. You have to. You have to be proactive rather than reactive. Don't wait for Mane and Salah to quote unquote fall off according to some before you go and then try and replace them. You know what I'm saying? You have to have replacements in already. They should have understudies. There should have been a Firmino understudy, a Salah understudy, a Mane understudy. Like already.
There's this youth at the moment, yeah. This Ben Doak youth, yeah, and I like him. He's cold. Like, but all of a sudden, yeah, it's too. Remember when I said in the last episode, I said like you got to fade the transitions, bro. Do you know the ones there? Like,
you can't just throw man in.
You can't just take off the thing and then it's just skin and hair. You know the ones there. It's just there. Like, it's crazy, and that's what that would be right now. Letting Salah go and putting Ben Doak there, crazy. But if you were like bringing man in slowly, do you know them ones there? The transition would be nice.
Getting them accustomed to it. You know what I'm saying? 20 minutes here, half an hour here. Carabao Cup, FA Cup game here. Champions League games where you're already through here.
Bro, just off the then bench it would things, be like it wouldn't be such a but we have no planning. Like we're doing a joke thing, bro. So
Big up honesty again for another super chat. Says the reason it's pissing me off is he got the bag and man went from Eminem, Nas, DMX to Vanilla Ice or Ice Spice for fuck's sake. So he's putting it on the bag. He's saying Salah got the big money, and I don't think, to my knowledge, that's ever gone well. Go on. I know what you're going to say.
No, exactly what you said is exactly what I said. I said this beforehand. I said, name me one person who's got the bag and then performed. Like, but I said this beforehand. I did say for a reason of either, we should have got rid of him from both. But people were,
Salah, we can't let him go all the goals he scored.
What?
Yeah. I hear that. Like, because when I think about it, and that comes back to with someone asking me about the hair, and when players are on big money, I'm like, all right, if you're worth that much, go get that elsewhere then. The reason you're not getting that elsewhere. And that's why I speak on. People act like there's no life after certain players. Your club will go on. I've seen Manchester United lose every top player, every legend we've had pretty much from the 90s up until this point. And we've been okay. Like I say, if it's not every, just because you can negotiate with a player and get a deal doesn't mean it's the right deal for you. And it's never gone well. You know what I'm saying? And now people are criticizing Salah and going, should be cashing on him. And if Liverpool choose to cash in on him, you'll get less now this summer than you would have last summer. But yeah, it is. And yeah, Ruger, you're right. Liverpool need a whole rebuild, but aren't investing. Sticky situation. And yeah, that's what it is. And yeah, Brush, like, you can't talk like, because man are mentioning, I know Ryan and Ravi and others are going back and forth about Hippier or Van Dijk. You don't watch them play like Hippier play, or some don't. Because I remember Hippier, but like, I don't know why you man are comparing it. Hippier was a quality centre-back. He was a very good centre-back for Liverpool, as was Van Dijk. You know what I'm saying? But hey, each to that. I don't know why you man are arguing about it. I don't get it. I don't know, man. I don't know. But right, people, we're gonna close out. This has been a longer stream than usual, but that's how time just flies by. And big up Lewis again for the raid. Big up everyone that's locked in. We did get over 75 likes. Big up to you lot. Subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. Make sure you check out Saint's channel. It's in the title right now. You can click on the link in the title. It will open up a whole new tab. You can go subscribe to his channel, hit the notification bell, check out his older content because it's great, older lives, all that stuff, and find out all his socials as well. Make up all the Liverpool fans in the chat. You know what I'm saying? For people who try and be like, oh, you're biased. See, I got a show just here for you, and you got a spokesperson who's going to tell me about myself. Like, you already know this, people. I'll bring no pushovers on here. Like, you don't know what Saints like for those that, and those that don't, you'll soon find out within 5-10 minutes of the show. Big up to Kay, says big up Flawless and saying, yeah, man, every single time, man. Large up.
Big up the chat, man. Big up the chat. Like, we don't like listen. Me and Flawless, we just got chemistry in it. Like, we just cool, but we don't have no. Let me bring you back inside. Peep the curtains in it, so you can see what I've got. We don't have no like format for the show or nothing like that. Do you know them ones there? So you lot really make the show. Do you know them ones there? Like you lot, the questions, the interactions. Without you lot, like it would. Do you know what I'm saying? So big you lot up each and every time, man.
They got the chat. You know, I say all the time, Sarcasm City TV chat is the best as well. Marcel says, Manchester United just now coming back flawless. Y'all wasn't all right. Nah, we weren't, but we on the way back now. When I say we was all right, I'm talking about in terms of them players wouldn't have made any difference at that point. I'm saying I'm talking more so our successful period. So the Sir Alex Ferguson from 92 to 2013, look at the quality players we lost. We lost every legend during that period. Every legend, every success, goal scorer, midfielder, defender, goalkeeper. And we was all right. The problem was upstairs and the Glazers and all that, but that's a whole nother conversation. And even in our period after that, we still won all trophies apart from the major two. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, love and that. Love every time. Honestly, with the last super chat. Says, I think Klopp needs to be like Fergie, ruthless. But to be honest, he started doing that, especially in the midfield. Saint's spoken about that in depth. You know what I'm saying about him needing to be ruthless.
Bro, 100%. Again, I say this before we close out. The things that I think personally make Klopp probably a really sound man, probably a really good friend, bro. Like, you know, them ones that his brethren are probably like, yo, listen, he's got me. Point. Right. Jurgen's on point, but all of those things I don't think really make him a great manager. Do you know what I mean? The loyalty, the sticking with people, the backing without, do you know what I mean? The same not looking at your position and just whatever, I'm just gonna go with the same lot. All of that what I need as a brethren. But again, he needs to be ruthless, and it's all the things in which the Mourinhos, the Fergusons, the Ancelotti, the real, do you know what I mean? Top
the real
dogs,
G's, Pep,
the real G's, bro. They ain't on a long thing, they're on a joke thing, bro. Do you know what I mean? You man don't really want to put no City man, and it's been like this for seasons. You don't want to put no City man in your FPL. Don't care how cold they are, because you just don't know.
You don't know who's.
Do you know them ones there? Yeah. You just don't know, bro. Man will chop in like he's not having it, bruv. You know them ones there.
Nah, facts. But yo, love to everyone who's locked in. The content's not stopping tonight, though, people. Don't forget. But actually, before I get to that, Saint, great show as always. Anything you want to add, let the people know before we close out.
Nah, man, just enjoying. Yo, we're here. Like, do you know them ones there? I think this might have to be a weekly thing or something.
It's definitely looking like a weekly thing. Yeah,
it's vibey, it's sluggy. I'm not gonna lie, like it's vibey still. But yeah, no, love as always, bro. And yeah, man.
100%, man. Yeah, man, we're gonna keep it stepping. Yeah, as I was saying, the content don't stop tonight. We're back. Hour and a half, people. We're not back here. We're back on the Sarcasm City TV, Twitch. NBA watch along, people. It is the battle of LA Lakers versus the LA Clippers. Obviously, any basketball fans in the building know all about that rivalry, and anyone who watches the NBA watch-alongs and Sarcasm City know we have Lakers fans, we have a Clippers fan in Colezilla as well, so you know that watch-along is going to be wild, you know what I'm saying? And I'm actually genuinely looking forward to the game as well. So yeah, man, big up to everyone that's locked in. Love. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget as well, this show and all the other shows on the channel, apart from watch-alongs, are available on audio-only platforms, people. So SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Spotify, iTunes, anywhere you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV and it will pop up. Because you might not want to have the YouTube app open or the Twitch app. You might just want to listen at SoundCloud. You might not want to see man's face, and that's cool.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
cool,
And that's cool,
Got
man. You
Got
might not want to. So with SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, you might want to listen while you're working. You might be driving, you know what I'm saying? Cleaning, whatever you are doing, cooking. So yeah, man, love to everyone that's locked in. And like Saint said, yeah, man, we'll have to try and pattern this as a little weekly thing still. I really do enjoy these shows as well. And good to see so many new faces in the chat. Everyone I let out of the jail as well. Big up to you lot. But this has been the Man Them United podcast meets the Analysis at Anfield podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.